Yeah, a very beautiful discussion there, being focused. This in the studio did quite well, comparing notes, what was on the ground and what the government is doing. So a very good discussion there. Okay, quickly we look at the opposition coalition and matters arising. We've seen that from the 2nd of July to date, there have been war of words from the opposition camp as well as the camp of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And so we have some gentlemen to look at how this issue can put food on the table, how this issue can address the increased cost of living, how people can go to the market and come back with, pack full of food items for your family members. All right, so on the Zoom I have with me Chinedu Obi, the National Chairman of National Rescue Movement. Right, very good morning to you. A very good morning, Mr. Chinedu. All right, so that would good for the internet to clear that part. We shall be having someone join us on set, but as we speak now, we still are preparing to come on. Okay, it's good that Chinedu is back. A very good morning to you.
Hello, confirm you can hear me. Can you hear me? I can hear you on this side.
All right, so quickly, I just want to get your reaction concerning the war of words going on between the ADC, which is the party, of course, to have all the opposition gathered, and of course for them to struggle for the soul of the country, which is come 2027. And of course what we have been hearing from the camp of the APC concerning the fact that the politicians that have assembled themselves in the ADC are a bunch of failures.
Okay, well, good morning and thank you for inviting me again. We'll be talking in the last few weeks on a almost looming one-party system in Nigeria, and all of us were worried about it. In fact, it got to a point even the president himself in his independent democracy broadcast allayed the fears that his government is not working towards a one-party system. Now, what happened last week for everyone is a sign that, rather you can say, has vindicated some of us that were very clear that Nigeria cannot be a one-party state. Now, it will also be funny, and of course, it will amount to hypnosis if someone sees the gathering of the kind of persons you find in the ADC coalition and dismiss them as whichever language the person chooses to use. I have said also that yes, good coalition, a lot of credible politicians, the good, the bad, and ugly coming together is expected. It's not the first time Nigeria is seeing this kind of coalition. It's happened multiple times in the past, and of course the most functional was the one in 2015 that changed the PDP government. So with that history, I'll be shocked and surprised, and in my language feel that someone is naive if you find the crop of persons coming together and you think they're gathering for a joke. More so in the face of looming hunger, insecurity, and poor economy in the country, that the average Nigerian is now beaten with hunger and is looking for a way forward. So I think that rather than the APC dwell on the word of antagonizing or feeling that the opposition should not have a reason to gather, they should put their acts together and give good governance to the country. What the average Nigerian requires is good governance. Nobody is interested in who is in government. They are more interested in, can I turn on my tap and I find water? Can my educational system be good? Can my health system be good? Can I have a good economy? Can my salary take me home? Can I find a job to do? These are basic questions Nigerians are asking. I'm more interested in the show of shame, the kind of language we've had on both sides, particularly even coming from the ruling government, who should bother itself with delivering the promises it made to Nigeria in 2023 and not bothered about the opposition. I think that they are the ones that are giving impetus to. If the economy, everything was going right, nobody would be going to the other side to say we want to come together. I've also said what you find is a coalition of some parties. You notice that some of the persons in these coalitions are talking about me and my friends from a particular party. You've never heard party A, B, C, D come together. In the coming days, you probably will begin to hear those level of coalition. You've also not heard of a coalition of Nigerians who are the receiving end, who have a common denominator in the belt. I know there's so much to come in the coming days because Nigerians are really hungry and angry and want to find alternatives to provide good to them. So I see in the coming, anybody is even worried with what they have seen, I should think that they should even prepare for greater alliances and greater collaborations that will seek to change a government that is not providing all its promises to the people. It is not just coming and talking to citizens as if you're talking like the king is talking to his slaves. It is that you have been elected as a humble servant you should be, that you need to deliver and make sure that all Nigerians are happy.
Okay, Mr. Obi, I just want you to be realistic when it comes to the issue of this alliance. Is it about the variety of the Nigerian people, the need for them to have cost of living reduced, the need for them to breathe fresh air, or it's about personal aggrandizement? Because if you look at the composition of the ADC, is what some people have described as ADC, is what has been described as some faction of APC trying to remove APC government. And in recent, look at the likes of former governor of Rivers State, Amici, was a founding member of APC. You look at Rauf Aregbesola, he was in APC. The articles of this world, they form APC, and a host of others. Now they have left APC, I mean, not quite 2 years after President Bola Tinubu's administration. Why the rush? Why the rush? So, can you get comment on that?
I have always had this opinion that one of the beauty of democracy is the power to change a government. Now, if I know as a leader that if I don't perform very well, some other persons will change me, what it does is to mount pressure on me to deliver. Because nobody changes a winning team. If a team is winning, nobody is interested to change the team. People bother about changing a team when a team is not winning. So I don't want us to start trivializing the issues by personalizing the issue of who is in APC or who is in ADC alliance. In 2015, when APC today and what we had then. So let us not bother about them. Let's bother about why are they gathering. They're gathering because the country is not delivering what it should deliver. Every 4 years, an unperforming government is removed, even with another government that will know that to be removed, that will be office and delivering. Let's forget what the politicians say, the rhetorics. So if Amechi is no longer a good person, why was he a good person in 2015 when he was helping APC? So let's stop that argument of whether they, like I said to you, in the coming days, you probably will even see gathering of other Nigerians. I am even now saying Nigerians themselves, who are the receiving end, should not leave politics in the hands of politicians alone, because politicians constitute less than 3%, should raise up and be their own coalition. Look for those people they think are credible Nigerians and give them opportunity. There are 19 political parties in Nigeria. APC, PDP, ADC are just 3 of the others. There are not other 16 parties. Look around. There's a national rescue movement that has promised Nigeria rescue. Nigerians can join us. Look at our document that says we need to translate our human and material resources into development. We need to effectively harness our resources under a regime of rule of law where people are not reckless. We need to look at our leadership recruitment system that looks at credible Nigerians and giving positions. We need to look at our areas of advantage and take advantage of them to grow our economy. This is what the National Rescue Movement is saying. But because we're not driving cars belonging to the federal government, because we don't have access to Nigerian funds, Nigerians are not listening to those solution-proven political parties. They're only interested in the same bunch that have kept us where we are. And the argument is between Mr. A and B, who is better. Our parties are filled up with the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let Nigerians take the driver's seat. Look at what the Obedience is doing. Can we have the revolution now? Can we have the other groups all come together and choose other political parties and end this madness in Nigeria, so that anybody elected to any political office, we know that the people will hold them accountable. That's the only way you can determine progress in a country. Rather than this situation where we look like a captured state, somebody finds himself in a position and he becomes a lord. That has to end. This is democracy. It's not autocracy, it's not meritocracy. It's democracy where the power belongs to the people. And the people will need to take the driver's seat. We seem to have complacent Nigerians who are suffering and smiling, who are happy with this kind of rascality. Somebody who would mount the stage in a government city should be humble to find that people are dying in Benue, people are dying, and show some level of empathy. We don't have that. All you find is rhetorics. People coming to abuse the sensibility of our intellect. People will come and talk as if they are talking to fools, shopping on statistics that don't exist, giving us economies of IMF that does not put food on the food of the average.
Mr. Obi, let me just butt in. The reason is because
the average Nigerian. Today we cannot buy a bag of rice.
You may be aware that there are some doomsayers around, and which is based on the fact that in the coming days there may be struggle for supremacy between the camps of some of the frontliners. The article of this world would want to contest. Of course, Obi has declared that he's running for the position of the president. Eripa is also there by the corner. And at the end of the day, if there is no consensus on who should fly the flag of the ADC come 2027, it will lead to disintegration of the ADC. So what is the plan, if there is, to ensure that the struggle for supremacy will not lead to the destruction of the ADC?
The struggle for control of power is not a tea party. Everybody who goes into the political arena goes knowing that there are multiple interests. People come in with their own interests. The interests will clash, whether it's in ADC, whether it's in Labour, whether it is in National Rescue Movement, whether it is in APC. It's expected. Let us not always look at it from the point of how they disorganize, and what is central is how do we get good governance to Nigeria. I should think that's where all of us will put our energy on, and not about a natural consequence. People will always want to struggle for power. Not in the APC. Yes, the APC might have said we have settled for a president, which I can assure you is not even good for them, because you would have repressed some consciousness of people who would have loved to run. You might find implosion. In ADC, 2 years, organization of brave fellows, they are efficient brave fellows, they might find people with different interests. Yes, that will happen. Anyone that wants to win will look at how do we win? What are the issues in Nigeria? Is it just about state capture? How do we present credible alternative to Nigeria? How do we let Nigerians know that these new alliances, this new coalition, this government will deal with all the issues that are confronting us? This is the area I want everybody to focus on. The Nigerians are not even interested in how they fight, and what they're interested in, how do you get us someone that will take us out of the woods? And which is why I will continue to say, Nigerians, the ball is in your court. Nigerians, am I still there?
Yes, you are still on.
But if
can you hear me?
Chief Obi, let's go for a short break. When we come back,
go ahead.
we continue from. All right, the program is this morning on ITV, and we have been looking at the war of words between the ADC and, of course, the ruling party, the APC, and, of course, what the ADC has, going forward, as the formation stage is already faced with some storming, and the national chairman of National Rescue Movement, Chinedu Obi, let's say Chinedu Obi, is us Brazil. Okay, quickly, we are making the point on the fact that in every political party there must be issue that has to do with interest. So at the end of the day, those with superior interest, so to speak, may have the day. So let's have you conclude on that point.
Absolutely. It's like I said, it's normal. That's the usual power play you find everywhere. I don't want that to distract us, but to have Nigerians look beyond the APC, the PDP, and ADC that is in the front burner now, to look at other 16 political parties and see the one that will provide. Look at their manifestos. What is it that they're promising to Nigeria? Nigerians can rally around. I have always shown out the statistics, and the statistics favors Nigerians, that we are the ones that will determine who will become president, not the political parties. Yes, the political parties might decide to choose persons for us because we are not part of their delegates. But when they give us people who we don't like, Nigerians should use their votes and do the referendum. So that if we do it 2-3 times, no political party will take us for granted. Nobody will give us people who no longer can deliver to Nigeria. And the media, I have always prayed, should help us in voter education, sensitization of our people, to see the value in their vote. Because politics is too big a business to be left in the hands of politicians alone. Their policies and action and inaction determine whether we are dying or whether we are living. So we should not leave it only in their hands and talk about what this party is saying, what the other party is saying. But what we Nigerians are saying, let us take the driver's seat and determine how our politics run, so that the politicians will stop taking Nigerians for granted. That's my advice to the media, and my advice to Nigerians. Raise up. You constitute like 7% of the electorate. Like 3% only belongs to the political class. They are not big enough to hold us to ransom. Nigerians should go. If you don't have a voter's card, go get a voter's card. On the election day, don't say what party you can find them. There are 19 political parties, and I can assure you, each of those parties will field candidates in this election. Let us punish those who gave us the wrong candidates with our votes, so that the trend will be defined by Nigerians and not politicians. This is the new order I am proposing to Nigerians. Don't allow politicians dictate the pace. Let Nigerians Nigerians use their vote to dictate the pace. Right. Use your vote and so that nobody will take you for granted again. But if we are prepared, as it were, to be complacent, sit as if we are not concerned, whatever a man sows is what he's going to reap. Every society gets the kind of leadership it deserves. If you think you are not bothered, you sit at home. The policies of those you elect or those your inactivity brought up will put you down, will make your security not safe, will make your economy not robust, will make your health system poor, just like we have them today. We are ashamed that 26 years of uninterrupted democracy, Nigeria is still struggling. We are labeled the poverty capital of the world. Nigerians should no longer leave this only in the hands of politicians. They should take part. And the media should help us. You are the fifth in the realm. You need to take charge and not allow politicians to take the place. Set the agenda.
Let's come back. Let's come back to the issues at hand. Yes, it's just barely 6 days, and we already have a court case, hanging. Asking the court to say, well, the chairman of ADC, his tenure has already elapsed, so he has no power to convene the meeting he convened in Eradua Center. And of course, he's also seeking that David Markey, the chairman of the coalition, as well as the secretary, Raouf Aregbesola, should step aside. So if this succeeds,
well, I will not comment so much on that, since you already pointed that the matter is now before the court, so that we are not charged with solving this. But I will say that if you listen to me in my opening remarks, I said what you saw is one of the coalitions. In the coming days, there's going to be coalition of even political parties. This one is coalition of politicians. In the coming days, you're going to find coalition of political parties that want to come together to struggle for power. You also find coalition of Nigerians that will feel enough is enough. We need to deal with hunger. Who will choose any party of their choice to do their own referendum. Like we have always said, 2027 is between the